Last summer, I went on a trip to Paris. I was so excited because it was my first time visiting France. I arrived at the airport early to make sure I wouldn't miss my flight. I had everything ready: my passport, ticket, and a small bag with snacks for the journey. Everything seemed perfect, but little did I know, something funny was about to happen. I went through security quickly, and I had some time before my flight. I decided to grab a coffee and relax for a bit. As I was sitting at the cafe, I noticed a group of people who seemed a little nervous. They were speaking in a language I didn't understand, but I could tell they were looking for something. They were searching all around the cafe, checking their bags and looking under the tables. I thought it was strange, but I didn't pay much attention at first. But then, one of them came up to me, looking very worried, and asked, "Excuse me, have you seen a big, green suitcase?" I was a little confused at first, but I told the man that I hadn't seen a green suitcase. He seemed even more worried after that. He quickly ran around the cafe, asking everyone he could find, but nobody had seen it. I watched him run back and forth, looking more and more desperate. It was hard not to laugh, but I didn't want to make him feel worse. Then, about 10 minutes later, I noticed something unusual. A woman who had been sitting at the next table stood up and started walking toward the exit. She was carrying a green suitcase. I realized it was the same one the man had been looking for. As soon as the woman reached the exit, the man spotted her and ran towards her, shouting, "Wait! That's my suitcase." The woman turned around, looking very surprised. "What are you talking about?" she asked. "This is my suitcase." The man, looking a bit embarrassed, pointed at the suitcase and said, "No, that's my green suitcase. I've been looking for it everywhere." The woman opened the suitcase to check, and to our surprise, it was full of clothes, just like the man's suitcase. However, she didn't seem to care. She looked at him, smiled, and said, "Oh, I think we've made a mistake. This is my suitcase, but I'll let you take it if you really need it." We all started laughing at the mix-up, but then, as the woman walked away, we all realized that she had forgotten to grab her own luggage. She turned back, grabbed the right suitcase, and walked off. It was one of the funniest moments I had ever witnessed at an airport. After the whole mix-up, we all couldn't stop laughing. The man and the woman apologized to each other, and even though it was a funny situation, I'm sure they both felt a little embarrassed. But we all agreed that it was the perfect way to start a trip, with a funny story to tell. I finally boarded my flight, and as we took off, I kept thinking about the funny situation. The whole experience made me realize that sometimes the most unexpected moments are the ones that make our travels even more memorable.